The Middle East's longest-running and most entrenched conflict, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, is marked by a persistent cycle of bloodshed and tension. Many foreign parties have tried to mediate and facilitate peace between Israel and Palestine, but a long-term agreement has proven difficult to achieve. Russia has been a major actor in the region in recent years, arousing curiosity and alarm, especially in light of its warnings to Israel on the Gaza Palestine situation. This article explores Russia's surprising warning to Israel, offering details on the situation, ramifications, and possible outcomes. It is important to comprehend Russia's growing power in the Middle East before delving into Russia's warning to Israel on Gaza and Palestine. With a solid partnership with Israel, the United States has historically played a leading foreign role in the region. But Russia has been more present in the Middle East, especially in Syria, in recent years. In addition to stabilizing the Assad administration, Moscow's backing of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad during the civil conflict strengthened Russia's position in the area. Russia is trying to make a name for itself in the Middle East and wants to be a major role in the larger picture, so its impact in the area goes beyond Syria. Moscow's participation with many participants in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which has attracted attention and curiosity, is a key element of this strategy. For many years, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has revolved around the Gaza Strip, a small area of land on the eastern Mediterranean coast. Since it came under the control of Hamas in 2007, the Palestinian terrorist group, Gaza has faced several difficulties, such as political isolation, deteriorating infrastructure, and economic hardship. Because of security concerns, Israel continues to isolate Gaza, making the humanitarian crisis worse. An increase in hostilities between Israel and Hamas has led to periodic outbursts of violence, including military confrontations such as Operation Protective Edge in 2014, Operation Pillar of Defense in 2012, and Operation Cast Lead in 2008-2009. In May 2021, the area had another violent episode that lasted for 11 days and claimed hundreds of lives. It was characterized by rocket fire from Gaza and Israeli airstrikes. In addition, when Hamas provoked Israel in recent months, there have been attacks. Russia's intervention in this dangerous atmosphere, followed by its warning to Israel, has sparked concerns about its motives and ability to impact the situation. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov issued the warning, pleading with Israel to refrain from using force on Gaza and advocating for a truce. Lavrov stressed in his comments how crucial it is to uphold international law and prevent innocent casualties. Russia's intention to become more involved in mediating the Israeli-Palestinian conflict was indicated by this action. It is necessary to take into account the larger context and possible ramifications of this development in order to fully comprehend the significance of Russia's warning to Israel. Russia's broader Middle East geopolitical objectives are in line with its engagement in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Russia seeks to subvert American domination in the area and expand its influence by presenting itself as a peacemaker and mediator. Russia's threat to Israel is an indication that it is prepared to increase its influence diplomatically in the Middle East. Moscow has established the groundwork for greater participation in regional diplomacy by interacting with a number of parties such as the Palestinian Authority and Hamas. Russia's warning strained the country's previously friendly relations with Israel. Israel and the United States have long had close connections, but Russia's intervention in the crisis may force Israel to reevaluate its relationship with Moscow. Russia's attempts at mediation could open up new lines of communication, but they could also make peace endeavors being carried out by other parties, like the UN and the US, more difficult. The humanitarian aspect of the conflict is highlighted by Russia's emphasis on preventing civilian casualties and upholding international law. This emphasis resonates with other international actors who are concerned about the suffering of Gazan civilians and increases pressure on Israel to address these issues. Russia's unexpected warning to Israel over Gaza and Palestine highlights a number of possible issues that could change the course of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the Middle East as a whole. Russia's involvement might cause Israel to reevaluate its partners and look to more dependable allies like the US for help, which could change the balance of power in the area. Although Russia's attempts at mediation can offer new insights and avenues for communication, they might also make other mediators' peace plans more difficult to implement. It is imperative that these mediators coordinate in order to prevent competing strategies. Russia's warning, which focused on humanitarian issues, would pave the way for further international assistance and reconstruction operations in Gaza, thereby improving the terrible living circumstances there. Furthermore, by supporting Hamas and other Palestinian factions in their quest for international recognition and assistance, Russia's involvement may further splinter Palestinian politics. Given their history of differing on a number of international issues, this move may also turn into another source of friction in Russia-US ties. Various foreign players and stakeholders have responded to Russia's warning to Israel over the Gaza Palestine situation with a mixture of interest, caution, and alarm. This response has shed light on how the international community views Russia's increasing involvement in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The United States, which has always been a steadfast supporter of Israel, has responded to Russia's involvement in the conflict with skepticism. The United States is still in favor of a two-state solution, but it believes that Russia's interference may make it more difficult to get both sides back to the bargaining table. The United States has reaffirmed its support for Israel's security and expressed alarm over Russia's alliance with Hamas, a group that both Israel and the US regard to be a terrorist organization. The European Union has adopted a more circumspect stance, applauding any initiatives to lessen the level of violence and encourage a ceasefire in Gaza. EU leaders have continued to push for a negotiated two-state solution, while emphasizing the significance of a complete peace resolution and refraining from openly endorsing or denouncing Russia's involvement. The UN, which has historically served as a mediator in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, has stated that it is eager to collaborate with any party advancing efforts towards de-escalation and peace. The UN has emphasized the necessity of addressing the region's needs for reconstruction and humanitarian aid, while calling for a rapid ceasefire in Gaza. Across the region, a number of entities, including Arab nations, have praised Russia's engagement as a possible means of furthering Palestinian interests and breaking the cycle of conflict. The Arab League has emphasized the significance of Palestinian unity, while also endorsing Russia's efforts at mediation. While acknowledging Russia's interest, Israel has reacted cautiously to Russia's warning, sticking to its principles of Israeli civilian safety and security objectives. Israel has made it clear that talks will only take place if Hamas stops firing rockets. There has been a mixed reaction from the Palestinians to Russia's warning. The Gaza-based Hamas organization has hailed Russia's involvement as a possible path to international recognition and support, even as the Palestinian Authority has expressed gratitude for international efforts to handle the situation. Humanitarian groups, like as the Red Cross and other NGOs, have applauded Russia's emphasis on humanitarian issues and the necessity to preventing civilian casualties, and they have called for unfettered access to Gaza in order to deliver vital supplies and support to the populace. Russia's unexpected warning to Israel in the context of Gaza and Palestine is an important development that highlights the changing dynamics of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and Russia's growing influence in the Middle East. The warning has ramifications for regional alliances, peace initiatives, and humanitarian concerns, even though it also represents Russia's intention to position itself as a peacemaker and mediator. What is your opinion? Please share your opinions in the comments section below, and let's start a conversation. Additionally, remember to subscribe to our channel if you're fascinated by the colorful cultures and rich history of many civilizations. We can continue investigating and presenting these intriguing stories thanks to your support. Until the next video, see you.